Hello guys, welcome to Cafero at Simplify. We're looking at political economics. Yeah, I guess that is it. So, and we're having a question here. Explain the factors that determine the size. We're on part B of question 2. Explain the factors that determine the size of the market according to Adam Smith, and show how the size of the market influences the extent of division of labor. What does this question require? It requires the factor that determine the size of the market. We know we have so very many factors, but according to Adam Smith, which factors determine the size of the market? And show how the size of the market influences the extent of division of labor. That means if the market is small, how does it influence division of labor? If the market is big, how does it influence? How will it influence division of labor? Of the two, the small and the big, which market will bring in about more specialization? Which market will bring in about the concepts which Adam Smith advocated for, machinery and innovation? Yeah, which market will reduce the time lag and all that in our activities? And so here we come to the solutions. According to Adam Smith, in the Wealth of Nations, the size of the market is a key factor that influences the extent of labor division. The larger the market, the greater the potential of dividing labor effectively. Here are the key factors that determine the size of the market, as well as how it influences the division of labor. So the first one is the population size. And this man says that a larger population means a greater number of potential consumers. When the market is big, it means you are going to have so many people consuming. What will that lead to? This will increase demand for goods and services, because there are so many people consuming to increase demand for goods and services, allowing the businesses to scale up production. With production volumes high, what will happen? Farms can divide labor more effectively. Now, if there are so many people demanding our product, they are demanding chapatis, we will see that one worker would not manage that demand. So what I will do, get somebody who will be doing the duff, another one who will be there buying eggs, bringing eggs, another one who will be there washing the plates so that we can supply our commando, and like that. Then transportation and infrastructure. Yeah, factors that determine the size of the market according to Adam Smith. The second one is transportation and infrastructure. Improved transportation like roads, rivers, ports, yeah, allow goods to reach a wider audience. Remember, whenever we are producing, our aim is to reach the market. So whenever we improve these ones, transportation and infrastructure, we reach a wider audience. The easier it is to move goods, the larger the market becomes. Markets can expand from local to national or even to international, enabling firms to employ more specialized workers and increase productivity. Take an example of now the online trend, people buying and selling on eBay, Amazon, Jumia, yeah, Chikubo, and all that. So when the market becomes big, yeah, when there is improved transportation, we have good road networks, the airline staff works, they will be able to bring in those goods into the country. Markets expand from local to even international. What does this cause? It enables farms to employ more specialized workers and increase productivity. That means on our farm, if we are producing phones and now we have our market has expanded, we say, you focus on producing screen, we'll get a certain group of people and they will be producing screens. That means they will always be seeing how can we improve our screens that we produce. Yeah. And another group will be on the software, programmers. Yeah. And so on. So transportation and infrastructure. Technological innovation. This is a factor that determines the size of the market. Yeah. Technological innovation. Advances in technology allow businesses to produce more goods at lower costs, making it easier to serve larger markets. The use of machinery and innovation in production also supports more sophisticated division of labor, as specialized machines can handle specific tasks. If you have your farm, you buy that milking machine, yeah, what will happen? You produce more goods at lower cost. Remember why? Because now you will be incurring in lower costs of production, because once you buy the machine, you don't need to employ 20 people to milk. That means you have put in a lot, you reduce the price for the people, making it easier to serve larger markets. What will this one lead to? Yeah, more sophisticated division of labor. You buy even more machines, those faster machines, yeah, which can handle specific tasks. So this one means that technological innovation is a factor in determining the size of the market. Why? Because when the market becomes bigger, you will look on how to improve your technological levels, and this will lead to specialization at your farm to handle specific tasks. More goods will be produced and at lower costs to serve the larger markets. Another factor that determines the size of the market, according to Adam Smith, is the exchange and trade. The ability to trade with other regions or countries expands the market. We are looking at factors determining the size of the market, and we are saying exchange and trade. The ability to trade with other regions or countries expands the market. Smith emphasized that trade barriers and tariffs can limit the size, which is very true, while free trade enlarges it. When we put these trade embargoes, yeah, when we put those restrictions, we are discouraged from bringing things into the country. Yeah, but when we make trade free, this leads to greater opportunities for specialization and division of labor when there is free trade. So the question was saying, and show how the size of the market influences the extent of the division of labor. Here we're first looking at the factors that determine the size of the market, and we are seeing population size determines the size of the market. Transportation and infrastructure determines the size of the market. Technological innovation determines the size of the market, and trade exchange. Now, how the size of the market influences the extent of labor division. Yeah, specialization requires demand. How does the size of the market influence the extent of labor division? We have seen that when we carry out these tasks, when the population is big, we'll find that we'll have workers who specialize so that we produce more. Now this one, we are saying specialization requires demand, that the division of labor is only efficient if there is sufficient demand for goods and services being produced. When we are having more workers, when we are having more customers requesting, we'll find ourselves specializing in that. That means that what is happening to the market is enlarging. As we specialize, we'll get more people who are in need of that. But you look, take an example in a small market. The demand for any one product may be too limited to support a high degree of specialization. When the demand is too small, can you focus on producing those chapatis? In a day you sell only 20. You can't. However, as the market grows, demand increases, and workers can specialize in narrower tasks while still ensuring enough output to meet the market. So we see that when demand increases, or when the market increases, it will encourage us to specialize, and specialization requires that people demand. So scale of production. Large markets encourage businesses to produce on larger scale, because remember, we are looking at how the size of the market influences the extent of labor division, or the division of labor, and we're saying scale of production. Larger markets encourage businesses to produce on a large scale. As production scales up, it becomes more efficient to divide labor into highly specific roles. As workers can focus on small aspects of production. This is harder to achieve in smaller markets where there may not be enough demand to justify such division. So we see that when the demand has increased, say I've opened up a school and I've seen that I'm having so many parents bringing in the students, I will think of doing what? Opening another branch. Yeah, another branch like that. You have St. Peter's, so many, Maryland, so many like that, Katabi, Chigunga, and all that. So larger markets encourage business to produce on large scale. As production scales up, it becomes more efficient to divide labor into highly specific roles. Now, after you have divided, you have opened up different branches, you find that this branch specializes in business. That's why we have mobs. Yeah, because we have a large market. Yeah? You find Maryland, Chigungu, when most of them are scientists. When this one is for arts, like that. So that one helps. But if you have a small market, you will not think about specialization at all, and there will not be there will not be expansion of the scale of production. Economic interdependence. In a large market, different farms and workers can specialize not just within one farm, but across industries. This interconnectedness allows businesses to rely on other specialized firms for inputs, enhancing productivity. We are seeing economic interdependence, how the size influences the extent of division of labor. When in a large market, you have more economic interdependence because the different firms or workers cannot can specialize not just within one firm, but across industries. This interconnectedness allows businesses to rely on other firms for inputs, enhancing productivity. Take an example of the Ford cars. Yeah, when I was going through some documentaries how they manufacture those cars, you find that a certain timber which is going to be used on the floor of the car is coming from Germany. Yet Ford is made in America, or is coming from England and all that stuff. You find that this part is going to come from China. So that will lead to economic interdependence. For example, a large market can support firms that specialize in producing parts of other manufacturers. So in summary, the size of the market, shaped by factors like population, transportation, technology, and trade, directly affect how labor can be divided. As the market grows, so does the potential for specialization, which in turn boosts labor productivity. We are saying that as the market grows, we realize that there is need for us to do what? To specialize in all the different tasks, even if it is one big farm. We need to find that these people will work in the library. So they will find that they will specialize and work very well in the library. These people will be the administrators. They will do their work perfectly. This collectively brought together those small different units boost labor productivity or lead to labor productivity. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe.